Hi everybody, in this video we are going to discuss about the Ascaris life history and development. Ascaris life history and development. We know that Ascaris lumbricoides is causing a disease called as what? Ascariasis. Ascariasis, which is infecting the small intestine. So we are going to now discuss about how it is completing its life cycle in the humans. And we should remember that this is a dioecious organism, means the sexes are separate, and we can also use the word dimorphic. When there are two individuals present separately, we are going to use the word dimorphic. And because this particular organism is completing its life cycle within one host, that is the humans, we call this as monogenetic. We call it as monogenetic. So all these terms you are all very familiar. But today we are going to discuss now the life history and the development of the Ascaris. Life history and development of the Ascaris. As I said that it is dimorphic, or sexes are separate, found on two different individuals, and that's why we said monogenetic. So suppose if this is one, okay, if this is one worm, okay, if this is one, and here is another one, okay, here if this is another worm, okay, if this is another worm, okay, here are the two worms, okay, round worms we call them, okay, Ascaris lumbricoids. Now here the smaller one, okay, the smaller one is the male, okay, the smaller one is the male, okay, the smaller one is the male roundworm, and whereas the long one is called as what? The female, okay, male and female. Here these two worms are present in the small intestine. So let us start how these are multiplying and completing the life cycle. In the very beginning, let us imagine that these two worms, okay, Ascaris worms, Ascaris lumbricoids, are male and female worms, are present in the small intestine of the humans, So here, when they are present in the intestine, so let me say that this is the intestine, okay, this is the intestine, okay, I labeled here as the intestine. So here this part is the intestine, let us say this is the intestine. So here are the two worms. Let us start from here. There are matured adults, okay, these are the adult worms. One we said as what? The male worm, and one we said as what? The female, which is long. So here these two will be involving in copulation, involving in the first one, copulation. The first one, copulation. So the first one is what? Copulation. The first one is copulation. Please remember, this is what we are going to discuss now. The first one, copulation. So the first one is copulation. We will start with copulation. It means what? Mating. The male and female are participating in sexual intercourse, mating. So that we are using it as what? Copulation. So during copulation, the male will have the pineal spicules. It has the structures called as pineal spicules. These are needle-like. These are needle-like, which helps in opening. These are present in what? The male worm. Okay, these are present in the male roundworm. Pineal spicules are present in the male roundworm. These pineal spicules will help in opening the vulva of the female. Opening the vulva of the female roundworm. Okay, female roundworm. So once these pineal spicules of the male helps in opening the vulva of the female roundworm, now the male will deposit the sperms. Male will deposit the sperms. Now these sperms are now involved in what? Fertilizing the eggs. These sperms are involved in fertilizing the eggs now. Now here the sperm is now involved in what? Fusing. Okay, fusion of male gamete with the female gamete. That we call it as what? Fertilization. So once the copulation is completed, once the copulation, mating is completed between the male and female roundworms, now the male worm is releasing the sperms into the vulva of the female. Now these sperms reach to the egg and fertilize the eggs. Fertilize the eggs. So the second step is what now? Let us say this is copulation is the first thing that happens, and the second one, let me say here as the fertilization. Second step is fertilization. So when fertilization occurs, it leads to what? zygote. It leads to zygote. Now here we have to remember one thing. Very important thing is that egg. If you look at the egg, it is enclosed or it is covered by 3 layers. It is covered by 3 layers. The outermost layer that will be present on the egg is the protein layer. Please remember, the outermost layer is the protein coat. Protein coat. And then innermost or middle layer is made up of chitinous. Okay, it is made up of chitinous. And deep inner, okay, this is the middle. This is the outermost. Protein is the outermost. Middle is the chitinous, and innermost is the lipid layer. Okay, lipid coat will be present. These things are very important. So once the fusion means what we are saying, fertilization occurs. Once the fertilization occurs, now what is formed? Zygote is formed. Zygote will be formed, and this zygote now undergoes different stages of development. Zygote will undergo different stages of development. So this zygote divides mitotically. It divides into 2 cells, thereby into 4 cells, which is appearing like T-shaped, and thereby these 4 cells are arranged in such a way they appear as rhomboidal. They are appearing as what? Rhomboidal. So we call it as rhomboidal 4-celled stage. Okay, rhomboidal 4-celled stage we call it as. So as the zygote undergoes mitotic divisions, it is changing into 2-cell stage, then into 4-cell stage, which are now changing and taking the shape of a rhomboidal cell stage, and this process will be continuous. Division will be taking place for the formation of the main one called as what? The blastula. Okay, which is of 16-cell stage, we call it as. Now this blastula will be containing what? A small cavity, which we know it as what? Blastocele. Okay, blastocele will be there. A small cavity will be there. And at the center, there are a group of cells like ball-like structure that are arranged at the center. Enclosed by what? The layer called as the germ layer called as the ectoderm. Germ layer called as the ectoderm. Now this changes, this blastula, that ball-like structure, now divides continuously and forms as gastrula. It forms as the gastrula by a process called as gastrulation. Now, once the gastrulation occurs for the formation of what? Gastrula, this will be changing into an embryonated egg. Please remember it. This is all. Here you are coming across the word egg. Here also you are coming across the word egg. This is unfertilized egg. This is fertilized egg, which is we are here calling it as what? Embryonated egg. And this embryonated egg, what we said, it is enclosed by what? 3 layers. What are those? Outermost layer is protein layer, protein coat. Middle layer is what? Chitinous. Innermost layer is what? The lipid layer. It is there same. Now this we are calling it as what? Embryonated egg. And because of the presence of the protein coat, if you are seeing the protein coat, okay, if you see the protein coat, as I said, that this is like rippled, okay, it is rippled. If you are seeing here, it is rippled, like folded. It is appearing like folded. The protein coat is appearing like folded. Because of that, even here with unfertilized egg or even with the embryonated egg. Now we came up to embryonated egg. Now look at here, if you are seeing this embryonated egg which is covered by a protein coat which is rippled, folded into many foldings, we call this as mammillated eggs. We call them as what? Mammillated eggs. We are calling them as what? Mammillated eggs we call. Okay, mammillated eggs we are calling them. Okay, mammillated eggs we are calling here. Okay, we are calling this egg as what? Mammillated eggs. In the same way, here also it is the same. But now let us see. As this process occurs now, here are the embryonated eggs. Okay, embryonated eggs. All this is taking place. Okay, all this is taking place in the intestine. It is all happening. Means what? Copulation, fertilization, and development of the zygote into an embryonated egg is taking place in the intestine. Now what happens? through the fecal matter. Okay, now we are talking about infection. How the infection is caused? Through the fecal matter, okay, from the intestine. This is all in the small intestine. Please remember, this is in the small intestine. So from the small intestine, these embryonated eggs, okay, will be released outside in the fecus outside. Okay, these eggs are released along with the fecus outside during defecation. During defecation, the fecal matter will be containing what? The eggs. Will be containing the eggs now. So how this now enters into others, we are going to see now. Okay, how these eggs will be entering into others, we are going to discuss how these eggs will be entering into others' body. Here, the first point that we have to keep in mind is that once the eggs are excreted through the fecal matter, now the development of the young ones will be taking place within the eggs. Okay, within the eggs, development will be taking place. So here the development will be taking place within the eggs, leading to the formation of first stage larva. So you have to remember, whole development is taking place within the egg. So here what we said, the egg is enclosed by what? Outermost covering is what? Protein coat. Middle layer is what? Chitinous. The innermost layer is what? Lipid layer, we said. Now here the whole development is taking place within the egg, leading to the formation of first stage larva. Now leading to the first stage larva called as rhabditiform. Okay, rhabditiform larva. Okay, rhabditiform larva we call it as. Okay, rhabditiform larva is formed. Okay, this is the first stage larva. Let us say that this is the first stage larva that is formed, rhabditiform larva. This is taking place in what? Within the egg, embryonated egg we are calling. So within the egg, there is a development of this organism, and we are calling it as what? Rhabditiform larva. Now this rhabditiform larva is this, which will be undergoing now first molting. Okay, this rhabditiform larva is undergoing first molting, we call it. So you know the word or the meaning of the word molting means what? The changes it undergoes. The changes it undergoes. In simple way we can say the changes it undergoes for its growth and development. We are calling it as what? Molting, or otherwise shedding, we call it as shedding. So here the whole development is taking place within the egg, leading to the formation of what? First stage larva. Now this first stage larva, okay, is undergoing first molting. After undergoing first molting means some change, it is now called as second stage larva. Okay, second stage larva we are calling it as. Okay, we are calling it as second stage larva. Okay, we are calling it as second stage larva. Which of what it is called as second stage rhabditiform larva. Let us say second stage rhabditiform. Okay, rhabditiform larva. Here we have to make note of one very important point. That is, remember, first stage larva is not infective. Okay, it is not infective to man. Please remember, this first stage larva is not infective to man. Then what is infective to man? Always you should remember, it is the second stage rhabditiform larva is infective to man. Very, very important point this is. Okay, second stage rhabditiform larva is infective to man. Okay, infective to man. This is a very, very important point that you have to keep in mind. Now here this first stage larva is now changing into what? Second stage larva by undergoing what? Second molting. Okay, it is undergoing first molting we said, and now it is undergoing what? The second molting. Okay, so this is the second stage larva. So second stage larva is what? It is infective to man. Now this second stage larva undergoes second molting. But before that, it is this second stage larva which will be taken into the body, either directly in the form of second stage larva or with contaminated food and water. So how it is entering into the human beings? It is entering into the human beings through the contaminated food and water. Through contaminated food and water, the second stage larva through the mouth, okay, it enters into the body. It enters into the body. Now inside the body, what is happening? Now it reached through the mouth, it entered into the body. Okay, body means what? Mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine. So where this will be developing, we said it is developing into adult worms in the small intestine. So it reaches the small intestine. So what is reaching? Second stage larva is reaching to the intestine, small intestine. Please remember, second stage larva is reaching to the small intestine. Here is the second stage larva. Now this is the second stage. Same thing here. It came now through contaminated food or contaminated water. Drinking contaminated water. It is here now. Now this second stage larva will be hatched out. And it is hatched out, and now from this small intestine, please note here, once it enters inside, it is hatched out. Once it is hatched out from the small intestine, now it is coming through the bloodstream outside. It is entering into the liver through hepatic portal system. Through hepatic portal system, this hatched out larva will be entering into the liver. It will be entering into the liver. Now once it reaches the liver, it undergoes further development. And here it will not stop with the liver. It will be moving into the heart. Through what? Through the postcaval vein. Okay, postcaval vein. It will be entering into the heart. So once it enters into the heart, it is again much more, it is developing. So as it develops now, from the heart, it will be entering into the lungs now. It will be entering into the lungs. So when it enters into the lungs, how it enters into the lungs? It is through the pulmonary artery. It is through pulmonary artery. From the heart, it enters into the lungs. What is entering? This larva which is hatched out is entering, crossing what? Entering into the liver. From the liver, it is entering into the liver through what? Hepatic portal system or portal vein. Entering into the liver. From the liver, it is entering into the heart through what? Postcaval vein. From the heart, it is entering into the lungs through what? Pulmonary artery. Okay, through pulmonary artery. In the lungs now, inside the lungs, please be careful. Inside the lungs, here it develops now. Here it develops. We said what? It is the second stage larva. Now, in the lungs, second stage larva will undergo the molting. Okay, will undergo molting. Okay, second molting. And here it is changing into what now? Third stage larva. It is changing into third stage larva. We will see very clearly with the diagram I will show you. Okay, we will see with the diagram what is happening here inside the lungs. So, with a simple schematic form, we will try to understand this diagram. We will try to understand this diagram, how it is developing. See here, we came up to second stage larva, and second stage larva is the infective to man. Please remember, this is very important. Okay, this is infective to man. So, it may be taken directly or through the contaminated food and water. This will be taken through the mouth into the digestive system, where it develops. In which part of the digestive system means? It is in the small intestine, we say. Now what is taken into the small intestine? Second stage larva. Now this is the second stage larva, and this has been developed, hatched out, entered into the liver through the hepatic portal system. From the liver, we said it entered into what? The heart. And from the heart, it entered into the heart, we said that it is through postcaval vein. From the heart, it entered into what? Lungs, through pulmonary artery, we said. Till there we have seen. Now, inside these lungs, what is there present? It is the second stage larva. It is the second stage larva that reaches to the lungs. Now, inside the lungs, what is present? Second stage larva is present. Now, this second stage larva is now entering again back into what? The intestine. Again entering into the intestine. Now we have to be very careful here. Second stage rhabditiform larva okay, which reached to what? Let me say here, it reached to the lungs, okay, it reached to the lungs, okay, it reached to the lungs. Second stage larva reached to the lungs. So here, from here it came here. Now what is happening in the lungs? In the lungs, the second stage larva undergoes second molting. Please remember, change. Second stage larva reached the lungs. Up in there in the lungs, it is undergoing what? Second molting. And second stage larva is changing into what now? Third stage larva. This is happening where? Inside the lungs only. Second stage larva changed into third stage larva by undergoing what? Second molting. Now third stage larva in the lungs only. This is now happening in the lungs only here. Okay, this is happening in the lungs only. Third stage larva here. Third stage larva, okay, third stage larva is formed where? Inside the lungs. It is formed in the lungs. Now third stage larva which is there formed inside the lungs will undergo third molting, okay, will undergo third molting, okay, please remember third molting, which means second and third molting is taking place inside the lungs only, where the second stage larva is changed into third stage. Third stage larva is changed into fourth stage now. So what is present now inside the lungs? It is the fourth stage larva. Okay, fourth stage larva is present. Now this fourth stage larva which is present where? Okay, which is present where now? Inside the lungs. Okay, fourth stage larva present inside the lungs. This is the main one. Will be coming out from the lungs. It is coming out. What is coming out? Fourth stage larva is coming out from the lungs. When a person coughs or when a person sneezes, there are chances that this fourth stage larva will be coming out. But make note one point, that is, in the fourth, when it is there in the fourth stage larva, this fourth stage larva can enter into the alveoli and rupture the blood vessels. And from there, it will be moving. When we are coughing or sneezing, again it comes back into the mouth. From the lungs, how it is entering into the intestine means, it comes back into the mouth. How it is coming back into the mouth? Through the trachea. First it is from the alveoli, it is coming into the bronchi. From the bronchi it enters into the trachea. From the trachea it comes to the pharynx and then into the mouth, and in reverse it will be going into the esophagus. From the mouth it is going back into the esophagus. Here, that is the crucial point we have to keep in mind. So from the lungs, this fourth stage larva is coming out from the lungs, entering into the mouth. From the mouth it enters into the digestive system, and see here now, from here what is moving? Fourth stage larva is moving back into the intestine, small intestine. Again it is going into the intestine. Okay, again it is going into the intestine. What is entering into the intestine now? Second time it is entering. It is the fourth stage larva that is entering into the intestine. Once it enters into the intestine, now it undergoes the fourth molting. It undergoes fourth molting. The fourth stage larva is undergoing fourth molting, and now it is changing into what? Young Ascaris, young ones. Okay, young ones are formed, and these young ones, okay, which are formed will now develop into adults. These young ones are developing into what? Adults. Okay, they are developing into adults now. So here are the adults which are developed. Young ones are developed. But for these young ones to attain sexual maturity, then only we call them as adults. When the young ones are attaining the sexual maturity, then we call them as adults. So the young ones to attain sexual maturity, indirectly we say adults. But here I am making it very clear, the young ones to attain sexual maturity, it may take about 8 to 10 weeks. Okay, it may take about 8 to 10 weeks it will take. Okay, for the young ones to develop into adults or sexual maturity. Once they reach the sexual maturity, now again the male and female. Okay, one which is long is the female, one which is small is the male. They involve in copulation, then fertilization, then the development of the zygote, and the zygote develops into an embryonated egg, and these are present in the fecal matter, we say. Once they are present in the fecal matter, they are undergoing first molting, we are saying. The egg is, within the egg only the development is taking place. Embryonated egg. Within the embryonated egg, the development takes place where the first molting will take place, forming the first stage larva. Please remember, first stage larva is not infective to man. Then it undergoes the second molting, changing into second stage larva. This is the infective to man, which we are calling it as what? Rhabditiform. Why we are calling it as the rhabditiform? Please note, because in the phylum Nematoda, there is a genus, okay? There is a genus called as Rhabdites. Please remember, there is a genus called as Rhabdites. So it will be appearing like this, these Rhabdites. So that's why the name is given as Rhabditiform. Okay, that's why the name is given as Rhabditiform. So this Rhabditiform larvae, second stage Rhabditiform larvae, through the contaminated food and water, it enters into the body, and there it is hatched out, reaching to the liver, then from the liver to the heart, and from the heart to the lungs, where it undergoes two changes there, and from the lungs again it is entering into the intestine, and from the intestine it is developing. So here we are seeing its development only in the humans, which is that's why called as monogenetic. This is how the life cycle of the Ascaris is being completed. Okay, the life cycle of Ascaris is being completed. So we have to keep these points when we talk about the Ascaris. Okay, when we talk about the Ascaris. So here one point that we have to remember: once it releases the eggs, these eggs that are present in the fecus can be there present in the soil under favorable conditions for about 6 years. Okay, they can be there present in the soil under favorable conditions. This is another point we have to keep in mind. And another point, please remember, the female roundworm can lay eggs about 2 lakh. Okay, 2 lakhs of eggs. Okay, 2 lakhs of eggs will be laid by the female worm. Okay, by the female worm. So these are some points that we have to keep in mind when we discuss about the life history and development. And in the next video, we are going to discuss about the pathogenicity and the treatment that is given for this disease caused by the Ascaris. And the disease name which we are discussing is Ascariasis. Okay, Ascariasis. Thank you so much.